All right, we're going to do some short videos on the exercises that are in chapter 1 to just kind of help you stay caught up if you're stuck on anything. We're looking at exercises 1.2 here. There's 3 questions. First one says, if the streets of a city are straight lines and the intersections are points. All right, so we've got the streets of a city are straight lines. So we'll just do 3 vertical streets, and we'll make three horizontal streets. All right, so this is street A, street B, and street C. We'll call this in 1 street, first street, second street, and third street. So I've got city streets that are straight lines. The intersections are points. So I have a point where First Street intersects C Street, where First Street intersects B Street, where First Street intersects A Street. Same thing with second and third. Those are all points. Show how Principle 2 and Principle 3 might be illustrated. So Principle 2 says one straight line can be drawn between 2 points. So only one straight line can be drawn between 2 points. So when I look at, we'll take these 2 points. I can only have one straight line that intersects both of them. No other straight line can connect both of them. All right, so that illustrates Principle 2. Principle 3 says that 2 straight lines can intersect at only 1 point. So if I look at straight line A and straight line First Street, they can only intersect at 1 point. All right, so that illustrates Principle 2 and Principle 3. All right, so if you know that, number 2, if you know that a boy sits in a certain aisle and a certain row, does it follow that you know in exactly what seat he sits in? All right, so if you ever go watch a movie at the theater that has assigned seating, you'll have your first row. Hopefully it's a nice theater with recliners. Then you'll have your second row. We'll make it 3 rows. Obviously most theaters would be much bigger than this. All right, so at theaters, they generally have the rows labeled as numbers. So this would be A, B, and C. And then this will be row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. So if he tells us he sits in a certain aisle and a certain row, so he tells you that he's sitting in B3, he's sitting in aisle B, row 3, this would be B3, this would be B1, B2, B4, A1, A2, A3, A4. So, yes, since a given aisle and a given row can intersect at but 1 seat. All right, so it's an intersection between the aisles and the rows. Number 3, show how Principle 3 is used when we read a rectangular paragraph. So you read in a straight line across from the vertical scale and read in a straight line above the horizontal scale, and the 2 lines of sight can intersect at but 1 point on the graph. So just like on a Cartesian plane. All right, so that is pretty short. Exercises 1.2, that would be your illustrations.